Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite white colonizer coming to you live from Israel. I'm Tal, the traveling clad. Let's take a look at Bibi Netanyahu's message.
I speak a lot about the leaders of Iran. Yet at this pivotal moment, I want to address you, the people of Iran. I want to do so directly, without filters, without middlemen.
Tell me another Middle Eastern politician that makes active effort to speak to the people of another nation. The people, not the politicians. He's the only one. This is the only country that has to do this.
Every day, you see a regime that subjugates you make fiery speeches about defending Lebanon, defending Gaza. Yet every day, that regime plunges our region deeper into darkness and deeper into war. Every day, their puppets are eliminated. Ask Mohammed Dev. Ask Nasrallah. There is nowhere in the Middle East Israel cannot reach. There's nowhere we will not go to protect our people and protect our country. With every passing moment, the regime is bringing you, the noble Persian people, closer to the abyss. The vast majority of Iranians know their regime doesn't care a whit about them. If it did care, if it cared about you, it would stop wasting billions of dollars on futile wars across the Middle East. It would start improving your lives. Imagine if all the vast money the regime wasted on nuclear weapons and foreign wars were invested in your children's education, in improving your health care, in building your nation's infrastructure, water, sewage, all the other things that you need. Imagine that. But you know one simple thing. Iran's tyrants don't care about your future, but you do. When Iran is finally free, and that moment will come a lot sooner than people think, everything will be different. Our two ancient peoples, the Jewish people and the Persian people, will finally be at peace.
Inshallah.
Our two countries, Israel and Iran, will be at peace. When that day comes, the terror network that the regime built in 5 continents will be bankrupt, dismantled. Iran will thrive as never before. Global investment, massive tourism, brilliant technological innovation based on the tremendous talents that exist inside Iran. Doesn't that sound better than endless poverty, repression, and war? From Qom to Isfahan, from Shiraz to Tabriz, there are tens of millions of good and decent people with thousands of years of history behind them and a brilliant future ahead of them. Don't let a small group of fanatic theocrats crush your hopes and your dreams. You deserve better. Your children deserve better. The entire world deserves better. I know you don't support the rapists and murderers of Hamas and Hezbollah, but your leaders do. You deserve more. The people of Iran should know Israel stands with you. May we together know a future of prosperity and peace.
It's so crazy because anytime Khomeini has reached out to the people of Israel on his shitty Twitter feed, it has been to let us know that he's going to kill all of us and that our time is coming. Like, there's nothing on the other side that propagates this idea of that we have a life worth living. Like, actively on the other side, every single one of us is a warrior. Like, there's no idea of coddling us into their side, too. It's just like the leaders on the other side, like, we're going to kill you. Like, that's it. There's no concept of like, yeah, like let the Palestinians, let Hamas take over. You guys can live. You're like, we'll live side by side. It's like, yeah, we're coming to kill all of you. There's gonna be fires in the streets of Tel Aviv. We're gonna murder and blow up all your homes, and that it is what it is. And I'm like, where's the appeal there for us to support you in any capacity? Not saying that we're interested in supporting the Ayatollah of Iran, but like, where's the appeal there? How would you get us on your side? The whole thing is bamboo. It's bamboozled. It's bamboo court. It's banana court. And I actually like to see this rhetoric from our leader, Bibi Netanyahu. Not that he's my favorite person in the world, but I say this all the time. I do like to see him calling out and undermining these psycho-terrorist Islamists in the Middle East and undermining their political zeal and their political power with his own messaging directly to the people. I don't know how many people in Iran, like, this has been my constant message to the Muslim world. I think I truly believe too, and I'm not saying the people of Iran are bad people. I'm not saying this, but I think generally the idea that I have is that Muslims and Arabs and the people of the Middle East, They are so conditioned at this point to hate Jewish people. They are so anti-Semitic. Even the ones who aren't like actively anti-Semitic, they're just like slightly anti-Semitic. They hate us so much. They hate us much more than they hate their actual oppressors. And that's the sad thing for me. Is like, I'm not saying that I expect the people of Iran to get up and rise up for the Jewish people, for Israel. I'm not saying that. But clearly, it would be a net positive for you and for the entire region if you did. I guess the thing is there's not enough people these days that are willing to risk their lives for the greater good. Now, I don't know. We haven't really been in that existential. I have never been in that existential situation, right? But my mom and my dad and all my grandparents were, and they rose up to the occasion when they had to stop evil and to protect themselves and to bring life to me. I like to imagine if push came to shove, I would do the same. I don't know that I have. I can't say that I will because I've never been in that position yet, really. I'd like to imagine that I'm that kind of person, but I know that my nation is. And I guess they're just not, and I'm not saying a slight at the people of Iran. It's just, I guess there aren't that many people in the world left today that are willing to do that. And again, I'm not saying this specifically about Iran. I would say this about the people of Lebanon as well, and the people of Iraq, and the people of Syria, and the people of Egypt for sure, people of Jordan. They're not really willing to rise up against tyranny. And I don't know, it's because maybe their situations aren't as bad as it seems in the traditional media. Maybe they're comfortable, maybe they're happy, and I think it's just they hate Jews more than they actually hate their oppressors. But who knows? I wish the best, like my prime minister, for the people of Iran. I hope that one day we can actually live in peace. I hope there's a restoration of the Shah and that we come back to a future where Iran and Israel can cooperate. Because for those of you guys who don't know, Iran saved my grandparents' lives. Back in the day when my Iraqi grandparents were running from the Farhud and from the pogroms of anti-Jewish hatred by the Arab Muslims of Iraq, they fled to Iran, and Iran flew them to Israel lovingly because they supported Israel at the time. That's my take for today, guys. I'll see you in the next one. I love you a long time. Thanks for watching, and please support my channel. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.